Hello. Right, let's see if we're live. Yes, we are. We're all set up. Right, okay. Hello, everybody. Audio checks, please. Let me know how the audio is sounding. And if it's okay, we will continue. Hello, Sparkle Soul. How you doing, my love? Thank you for that, what you sent over regarding tonight's topic. Now, we're probably going to cover two tonight because we don't have as much detail as we do on Amy. Now, the second on the list, hello, my lovely, how you doing, bestie? The second on the list is Michael. Is it Michael David Hicks or Michael Hicks? Oh, here we go. Hang on. Hold on a sec. Let's just get this in. Hang on. Right. So this guy, we have no cause of death, not even like a fake one that they've given us. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Belinda. I'm so glad you've come back. Michael David Hicks, thank you very much. Back was all. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Tamsin. How are we all doing? Glad you're good. I'll speak to you after as well. Stephen, hello, my friend. How you doing? 13 watching. Please hit the like. Right, let me just get into the live stream and we'll get going. So the first one, Amy, she was, as we know, she was unalived. We have no evidence to say otherwise, but we have no evidence either way because there's no explanation other than there's no record, there's no autopsy, there's no police report, there's nothing. There's just a rumour that she died of a gunshot wound. So we've covered Amy a lot. So now we're going to move on to the next one. So we have 10 likes, by the way. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that. Let me just get into here. I can't usually catch the live. Hi, Amethyst. Is that the new Amethyst or the old Amethyst? Let me just check. One sec. Is that the new one? Yeah, okay. Right, she's got a photo on now. Yeah, it is Amethyst. Right, lovely Jubbly, hello. Yeah, Belinda, I've been having to go a bit later. Hi, Lee, because I've been doing a lot for the hedgehogs and stuff. We've had some releases as well, so it's been a bit chaotic with times. But I've been going live almost every single day. We had last night, we didn't go. I needed a night off last night. And I probably won't be live tomorrow night, but we're hoping to continue on Saturday and Sunday. Right, okay. Now, let's get some information on Michael Hicks. So this one is the second one on the list, deceased. But we have no cause of death. We don't even have like a fake cause of death. We have zero details on his death, but I can tell you what he did, and it's a lot. So how is the audio, guys? How are we doing? It is very upsetting, but the fact of the matter is we have to, if we don't talk about this, then they died in vain, you know? So it's not a very nice topic, but we have to talk about them to make it bigger so that you guys can hopefully read what I am. Okay, do one now. So we're going to crack on. I'm going to collate this all into a playlist. Now, this is another audio is good. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, everybody. Right then. Michael Hicks. Now, he died on the 30th of July, 2023. So a year and a month later than Amy. He was born on the 7th of February 1964. Now, Michael David Hicks of Sunland, California. So, as we know, Amy was over in Alabama. Now, that there's a cluster from this laboratory. So that's why we're going to try and do the second one as well. today. Now, he was an artist and a father. He passed away on Sunday, the 30th of July. This is his obituary. Okay. He was born in Dayton, Ohio. There seems to be a big link with Ohio as well. He was 59 years old. He earned degrees from Boston University and a PhD in lunar and planetary science at the University of Arizona, followed by a long career at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory in California. As far as I'm aware, there is 4 from that one laboratory as well. How mad is that? His research is amazing what he was working on. His research did much to advance the scientific knowledge of comets and asteroids. Michael authored and co-authored articles for the Planetary Science Journal, the Nature Journal, the Astronomer's Telegraph, and for the Lunar and Planetary Institute. He received many awards for his work. He was a team member on the NASA Redirect Mission Concept Development Project and Near Earth NASA Tracking Team. We're going to look into these projects that he worked on in a moment. His passion for science was coupled with a deep appreciation of the arts. He had projects in visual media. This guy was basically a brain box, an absolute brain box, and only 59 years old. He was a father. He loved the Muppets and Wallace and Gromit. His whimsy and sweetness will be missed. He preceded in death by his mother Joan and his infant brother Brian, survived by his mother had passed and his little baby brother had passed. His father Richard, another Richard, daughter Julia, ex-wife Brunella, and siblings Rich and Stephen, Suzette, blimey, Jeanette, Paul, and Barbara. Blimey, there's a lot of them. So they had a memorial service on the 30th of September. So 2 months after he died, they held a memorial service, which tells me that there was a big gap between the burial and the memorial and him passing. Now, surely in that time, because there's been no cause of death given, there would have been a post-mortem. Surely. There's no reason for this person. Hi, Claire Bear. How you doing, love? Hi, Brun Vixen. Hey, sweetheart. Oh, darling. I've been seeing bits of your Facebook, sweetheart. I'll drop you a message after. I'm sorry to hear that, love. So, we've got a tribute video here. So, let's have a look at this. Again, no, we don't know why he died. We have no idea why he died. This might open up. Right, it's opened up a new page. Just bear with me. I hope you're all well. Please hit the like or the dislike. So this is his tribute video. I don't know when this is dated. Let me have a quick look and just see. 2 years ago. So he died in 2023. I'm guessing this was by one of his siblings. Jeanette was his sister, I think. So his sister has put this together. Yeah, the 9th of August 2023. So we died on the 30th of July. And this was 11 days after his passing. His sister has done a video for her brother. I've not watched this yet. It's been interesting. Let's see. And then I'll tell you about the projects that he worked on. Can't imagine YouTube
there's so many
liking this music, to be honest. It's just photos. It's not about his work. Right. There he is there. Oh, yeah, someone's done this. Sorry, I wanted to see if there was anything about his work on here. He searched the vastness of space. I'm going to turn the audio off because we don't want to get copyrighted. Oh, this is really interesting. 59. Hello, homeless guy. That was 1992, that. Jet Propulsion Laboratory. Yeah, they won't like the music, fortunately. Sorry about that. Oh, so this is some of the stuff that he worked on. This guy, when I tell you what the projects that he did, it will blow your mind. I'll leave this on while I talk. So, you know, if there's an asteroid comes into Earth, let's just say there's an asteroid. Oh, it's Wesley. Hi, Wesley. I didn't know it was you because it comes up as homeless guy. Let me give you a wrench. How you doing? Not seen you for ages. You okay? So the first project that he worked on was called DART. And basically, I'll tell you a little bit about it. So if there is let's just say there's going to be a comet or an asteroid's going to hit Earth, okay, if you believe in all this stuff, then they what NASA were working on was this to try and counteract it. So let's just say that they were expecting something to come and hit us. Then they were working on a project that sent like things out to try and stop it from destroying Earth. Just like if you imagine in the movies, what's it called? You know, is it the asteroid film? You know what I'm on about, don't you? So this is what Michael worked on. He did a lot for these projects. He was actually a lead in one of them. I'm just going to get the information up now. Some of the things that he was doing was absolutely fascinating. It was redirecting asteroids from hitting Earth. So the first flight mission for the Planetary Defense, it was NASA's Double Asteroid Redirection Test, aka DART. It seeks to validate a method to protect Earth from the threat of an asteroid impact. By smashing into the smaller member of the binary asteroid system, Didymos, DART aims to shift an asteroid's orbit. So basically doing exactly what they do in the movies. So hitting one of these asteroids, he worked on that and he was involved. He was at, the Bruce Willis one, with the Aerosmith song. So he worked on that. And he's actually named as well in the paper. Let me just grab it up for you. So I've left this on in the background, just something to watch whilst I'm reading all this stuff out to you. And this is what he was working on. This wasn't just this either. He worked on so much other stuff. I've got an article here from 2022, and it says, since NASA's Double Asteroid Redirection Test spacecraft intentionally slammed into the asteroid Moonlet Dimorphos in September 26, this was in 2022, this came out. So I'm just going to pause that for a moment. This is obviously his family. It's so sad. So sad. Look at some of the stuff that this guy was working on, guys. Sound okay. Brilliant. Thank you. Look at this, folks. This is the 15th of December 2022. So we died 7 months later. And these were the early results. Look at this, folks. So they did a test where they sent this, intentionally slammed a spacecraft into this asteroid Moonlet. So they were testing, smashing things up in space. And look at this. Altering its orbit, this asteroid is a test one, by 33 minutes. Again, that's what they love. They love their 33s. This is what Michael was working on, folks. The 26th of September. This is what he was doing. He was working on this project as well as many, many others. I'm going to link this in so you can go and read it. I'm not going to read it all out because it goes through all the details of this project. But basically, this guy had top clearance at NASA. Top clearance. Oh, really, Stephen? Yeah, that number again, folks. It's that number again. So he was heavily involved in this. The clearance this guy would have had would have been insane. He was so involved in everything, basically, to do with NASA. So I'm just going to get this second one up now. And they're all linked. They're all linked in one way or the other. I'll tell you what else he was working on. He wasn't just working on that. He wasn't just working on that. He was working on Division for Planetary Sciences. He was working on another. He was jet propulsion engineer at the Jet Propulsion Lab. He was working on another one called NEAT, another project. Let's get this up. Yeah, they love the numerology. They love it. Again, no reason, no cause of death given. No reason whatsoever. He was working on DART. He was also working on this near-Earth asteroid tracking project. He worked on the Dawn mission. I've got info on all of these. And he was working on the NASA Deep Space One mission. He was the author of over 80 peer-reviewed scientific papers. There's no reason. There's just a memorial and his date of death. That's it. There is no cause of death given for why this person died. Nothing whatsoever. It makes zero sense. His family have since come out and said that they won't give a reason. People have been talking about this, and they're like, "Well, we don't know if we don't think it's related." No, all the families are coming out and saying the same thing. Nothing to see here. So he worked on near-Earth asteroid tracking. This other thing, it started in 1995. This is how old this. It's 59. It's been working there for decades. Dissolved in 2007. It's been disbanded, legally disbanded, and its purpose was to search for and map out near-Earth asteroids. Here we go. Co-investigators, and he is named here in the wiki page Michael Hicks. He was working on this Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and he's not the only one. He's not the only one that's gone missing from here. It is a federally funded, so it's funded by the government in the US, research and development center in California, founded in 1936 by California Institute of Technology, Caltech. There's that name again. You'll see that coming up a lot. Researchers. The laboratory is now owned and sponsored by NASA and managed. Here we go. Here it is. Here. This is where he worked. $89 years ago. So, yeah, it's managed by NASA now. NASA Deep Space Network. This guy was so far in NASA, he would have had all the clearance. So he worked on this. And they were actually conducting experiments on Hawaii. The stuff they were doing, they discovered, apparently, if you believe all this, the discovery of more than 40,000 minor planets. And he was involved in that. Co-investigators. So this guy is announced dead after working on all this stuff, and not one person is asking why. How did this person die? Now, what's weird about this one is there's another one just after. Again, no cause of death. There's too much. Now, we haven't even gotten to the people that have gone missing yet. So the next one will be the ones that have gone missing. This is just the ones that, these are the first three, all done in date order. I hope you're all okay. We're going to watch this video in a minute. It's only 2 minutes long. This is a Fox News video. So let's not forget, we've got Amy as number one. These are in date order. They're not in order of importance, or they're not in any order of where they worked or anything like that. They're not in order of one's more important than the other one. They're in date order. That's the only way I can do it. This is the latest cluster, but like I say, there apparently is previously other clusters that I will investigate with Sparkle Soul after we've covered all this. So this is an article in the New York Post, because we're going to get onto Frank in a moment as well. So as you can see, David Hicks worked at this Jet Propulsion Laboratory, and he worked on some really, really high level clearance NASA projects. So it says another mysterious NASA death linked as 9th scientist linked to secret program dies. So let's have a look at this. Now, this is about Michael, and we're also going to move on to Frank in a moment, who also worked at the same laboratory. Why does it keep doing that? Just stop it. Just stay on noise. Oh, my God.
Last week, the Daily Mail is now reporting a 9th scientist with ties to NASA's Jet Propulsion Lab has been added to the growing list of researchers across the country who have died under mysterious circumstances or disappeared. Fox News senior national correspondent Kevin Corke has the details. Hey, Kevin.
Afternoon to you, Will. Mike Hicks was a research scientist at NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory, or JPL, and apparently he died back in July of 2023 at the age of 59. But the cause of death was never made public, and no record of an autopsy being performed on him has ever been found. Now, on its face, that might not sound like such a big deal, but his is, as you point out, the 9th case of a person with ties to America's space and nuclear secrets who has died or mysteriously vanished in recent years, including retired Air Force General Bill McCaslin, who was reported missing by his wife more than a month.
I'm not going to talk about him yet because I don't want to confuse everybody. We are really going down the rabbit hole yet. Really going far down the rabbit hole. We're not even going to. He's like this, the most recent case. I don't want to confuse it by talking about all the cases, because that's what every single video that I watch, they're talking about. They're jumping from this case to that case to that case, and it just becomes a load of names without anything behind them. That's why I'm doing things differently to other people on YouTube. I want to do each one and get as much details on each one. These are not just names on a board that have gone missing. These are real people with real families, and they need justice, and no one's talking about them. They're just talking about, oh, there's another missing one. Well, these are actual humans. So we will be getting onto this guy as well, but I want to talk about the ones that we know about now, the ones we're talking about now. So let's listen to some more. It's going to play.
Message being sent and all this. I think we better be really careful. And it's more than 8. You take any other profession in the world, take car salesmen. How many of those have disappeared or died mysteriously in this in this country? And there's hundreds, if not thousands, of those. This is a very, very small group of people, and we better start paying attention to what's going on.
The great
What's the audio
there. Another scientist missing.
Yeah, I don't want to get onto that now, because these are the ones that are missing, and we need to focus. We need to focus on the ones that we're talking about now. Thank you very much. This is really weird, isn't it? Are you guys enjoying this investigator? Gizmo wants to go for a walk now. Oh my God. I've taken George already. But Gizmo wants to go. So when Al takes him, George is going to start. It's nigh impossible to do anything with these dogs. Will you take Gizmo? Yeah, Gizmo squeaking. So the last page I want to cover on Michael, again, RIP. We don't know his cause of death or anything. Is this one here? Thanks again to Sparkle Soul as well for supporting me in the chat. She's been amazing helping me with all of this and supporting in the chat. So this one went under the radar. Meet Michael Hicks, who played a key role in studying near-Earth asteroids and comets. So here he is here when he was younger. We haven't got much up-to-date stuff, but the projects that he was in, he overseen some amazing projects and co-helped some amazing projects. Without him, they reckon we wouldn't be able to protect ourselves from an asteroid coming at the moment. Why was he killed off if he was killed off? Why is there no well, there's an obituary, but there's no reason for death. There's no cause of death. There's no police report. There's no autopsy. Doesn't make any sense. So when you start to look at Michael, you then go on to the next one on the list. And yeah, there's more on the list. The next one on the list was called Frank, and I struggle to say his last name. I really do, but I'm going to try. So we had Frank. Oh God, let me try and say it properly. I'm going to type it out, and then you can see how difficult it was to say. Mallard. Hang on a sec. And he worked at the same lab. He worked at exactly the same place that Michael worked at. And guess what? No cause of death given. It is the most bizarre thing you will ever hear. So we're just going to get into Frank now. So that that's all the information that I can give you on Michael. I can't give you any more information because I don't have any. All I've got is all of the projects that he worked on, but we don't have any cause of death. Nothing. The family haven't come out and said anything other than very recently they've said there's nothing to see here. So let's just get this off now. Hello, Joe. How you doing? Hi, everybody. So this is another one. So this is the third on the list of date order. Now, this guy, I can't say his name, Frank Mulwald. Frank Werner Mulwald, that's what I'm going to say, age 61, passed away on the 4th of July. Again, it's the summer again. We had Amy going in June 2022. We had Michael July 2023. And now we've got Frank July 2024. Now, he was born the 25th of June 1964 in Germany. Now, I don't know whether his family were from that, was his parents from the Nazis? I don't know. I would have to do some more digging on that. Interesting, though, he's born in Germany. Frank's journey bore immense contributions. This is his obituary, by the way, to both his personal life and professional endeavours. It says Frank pursued higher education at the University of Cologne, which set the foundation for his illustrious career in space and science. Let's see if I can get this bigger so you guys can read it. He dedicated many years to, Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, the same laboratory where Michael Hicks was, and spent decades there as well. They would have, at some point, these people would have crossed paths. Now, I've done a lot of digging and I've digged really deep, and I can't find where they both worked on the same project at the same time. But just because there's no record of that, because we know they're wiping stuff, doesn't mean it didn't happen. But they both worked at the same lab at the same time, almost identical, a couple of years in age, where his expertise and leadership were instrumental. Frank managed the development of the SBG VSWIR instrument and had previously overseen the successful delivery of 2 instruments, I don't even know what this is, for this AMRC program. His roles included serving as technical group supervisor at this Jet Propulsion, Look at this here. I don't know what all these mean. Jason 3. We need to look into these projects. Frank's academic contributions were well recognised, marked by numerous publications and accolades, including several prestigious JPL and NASA awards. Beyond his professional life, he was a devoted husband of 25 years. Excuse me, I'm just seeing if he was survived by his spouse, Yeon Jae. I don't know if that's, I'm guessing that sounds like a Far Eastern name. His father survived him, Bernard Mewald. I'd be very interested to see a little bit about him, because if he was born in Germany, who's his dad? And siblings. So it looks like he had no children, which is weird. Frank's life was a testament to the power of dedication and love and kindness. Nothing about, so plant trees in his memory. So you can go and plant trees. No cause of death given. So all we've got here is this person posting to the memorial. No cause of death for you, Frank. We don't know how you died. I wish we knew. I really do. Some pictures here of Frank. Yeah, he's Far Eastern. He has got kids then. They didn't say anything about kids on there. Here is his wife. He looked pretty fit and active, didn't he? Now, there's a chance that he died of the old, you know what? There's always that chance. No way is that him. 61. That couldn't have been him. That must have been his dad or something. Yeah, that's him there with his wife. So, what did he die of? What's this? What is that? This is obviously him at work. He was the lead. He was actually in charge of these projects. He looks like he's very fit and healthy. He's always outdoors. There's a chance maybe he could have had the old jibby jabby. We can't rule that out. But then why not just say died suddenly? Why is there no cause of death? Because back in 2024, people were still using that. Poor Frank. Yeah. It's so sad, isn't it? What are people saying here? What do people think? Let me just read some of the comments. So they're both from the same laboratory. Working on, looks like different. Oh, there's a super chat. Apologies, I didn't see that coming. Have you come across Stacey and Sage channel? Is that you, MG? Hello, my love. I've not seen you for ages. We are all energy. Sozza's random. Oh, okay. I'll have a look, darling. Thank you. Thanks so much for that. I've not seen chat, you see. I'm just catching it now. So I'm just like going through the chat now. I wonder if that Atlas 3 thing, apparently, that's moving away again now. But I don't know. I don't know what to think of that. They're saying it was the closest to us in the summer. Is MG still here? Hello, Medusa, love. How deep are we, buns? Well, we're getting very deep now, but we do get deeper. We do. Let me just go and give MG a... Not seen you for so long. Oh, you have got a spanner, I think. From last time. Yeah, you have. Right, thank you so much. We're getting very deep now, my lovely. We're getting deeper and deeper. So those are the two at the moment that we've been covering. Now, no cause of death whatsoever. Now, we can either end it there because I don't have any more information other than all the stuff that I did, or I can begin on the next one if you would like me to. But honestly, I'm really struggling with what the hell's going on. What do you guys think? Let me know. If you are in the comment section watching the replay, big up the replay crew. What do you think of this? Do you want me to move on? Oh, thanks, darling. Oh, thanks, Joe. Appreciate that. So I've actually gone to Ask Gemini, my my AI bestie. Oh, thank you so much for saying that, darling, because I miss a lot, you see. So we've got a video as well to watch here, but I've asked Gemini, is there any link between Michael Hicks and Frank Mailwood? Now, she says here, they both worked at the planetary, they both worked at this JPL. Michael was there for 24 years. He was a veteran who specialised in comets and near-Earth asteroids. Frank was a 61-year-old physicist who built critical instruments for space missions. They have got to have worked together. Frank, the guy on your screen right now, built the things, and Michael used the things, basically. Now, the specific focus was building tools. Frank, this guy on the screen now, it's mostly military. Jet propulsion is used in like nuclear and space stuff. So NASA, highly classified stuff. They both would have had extremely high clearance. Now, it says here that Frank's focus was building tools capable of detecting chemical signatures, specifically water and organic molecules, to assess whether environments beyond Earth could support life. So he was looking for other planets that could support life. If anyone was building the tech to find them, it was him. Now, again, just like Hicks, there was zero public disclosure of his cause of death, which is why congressional leaders have grouped his file into the current investigation. So this has gone to Congress now. It's gone to Congress. It's totally insane what's going on. So there's 4 of them from the same lab that have gone missing. But we're going in order. So, but this guy, his death has been added to the list where Congress are looking into it. Now, as for Michael, who isn't on your screen right now, the one we spoke about at the beginning, he died in Los Angeles. No cause of death or autopsy details were ever publicly released, which fueled the initial internet sleuthing, as they're calling it. So we are at a point now where 2 relatively young, they're not exactly really old, 59 and 61 men from the same place have died with no explanation why. Now, if you want me to, I can start to move on to the next one, who is number 4 on the list, because this is even weirder. Now, this case, I don't have as much information yet. I've got bits, but I can start on him, but I haven't got as much information as I had on the other 2, because the 4th one on the list vanished. He isn't dead. He's nowhere to be seen. Now, this isn't the only one, as you know. There's been many others that have just vanished into thin air. No explanation. Nothing of where he's gone. So we'll move on. I've only literally just started on that one. Just give me a sec. My back out, because I'm not going to be on too late tonight, because I've got to go and wash my hair, and I'm tired and I don't want to be too late to bed. So let's get this one done. Well, started. I've covered those 2, and I have just started on this one. This case is Anthony Chavez. So let's have a look and see. This has come through. So he vanished into thin air last May. Right, just bear with me, guys. I wasn't planning on covering him till the next one. I thought I'd just cover the other two, but we seem to have got through it quite quickly. So we might as well carry on. So this is Los Alamos. Hello, English Buttercup. This is the first of the cluster of missing. This is the 12th of May last year. Again, another scientist gone. Social media pages voice concern about Anthony Tones Chavos of Los Alamos, last seen the 4th of May. So this is the missing persons page. So I haven't got that far on him. I don't know much about him, but we'll do some live research as I'm going along. So this guy's vanished. Now, he's bald and wearing glasses, as we can see. He's described as very fit and slender, healthy and clear-headed. The reporter called Los Alamos Police Chief. He was not on duty. Rodriguez was aware of the missing person, but did not know why LAPD had not sent an alert to the media. So basically, it's been all over social media, but there's been nothing in the media about it, which is a bit bizarre. A subsequent call to the LAPD, I can't even say that name, indicated that both his phones were blowing up as people were learning about the missing man. Chavez's friend Carl Buckland posted on Facebook and others soon responded. So he is active and intellectually engaged, very much out of character or circumstance for him to be out of touch with his family or friends for more than a day. This person says he's my best friend. We're in contact regularly. His car was locked and parked in his driveway. His wallet, car keys and personal items were in his home. So it appears that he just left his house with the intention of not being gone for more than a few minutes. He did hike in Pueblo, I can't say that wrong, Canyon often, but it does not appear that he left home prepared for a hike. Plus the weather was very inclement. He does not carry a cell phone. So this is the actual missing persons report here. And then there's an update, the 5th of August last year. Since then, exhaustive efforts to locate him have proved unsuccessful. Mr. Chavez is not believed to be endangered, but the public is asked to help locate him. That's it, gone, done. So, not much. Now, I'm just going to find out exactly what he did a little bit more. Just bear with me, folks, please. Because like I say, I was planning on doing him on the next one, but I'm just going to cover him now as we've come to the end of that. I don't know what people are saying in chat. I'm hoping Sparkle Soul's still there. Oh, right, okay. Now, this is a very mysterious case. It says he represents one of the walkaways. He was 78 years old when he vanished, as we know. He was a long-time former technician at the Los Alamos Laboratory. It's one of the premier departments of energy research facilities heavily tied to nuclear weapon design and national security. This is really, really bizarre, folks. Now, let me just get this link up here so I can show you. Because they brought in dogs and all sorts. And yet he was never seen again. Right, let me just get this up on here. Please hit the like, guys, if you enjoy the content. It does help the algorithms. Right. Now, the clearance that these scientists had would have been mind-blowing. Absolutely mind-blowing. They had so much. All right, let's have a quick look at this. Just disappeared into thin air. Left his keys. I'm just trying to find some more missing persons pages to see if we know anything else. So search continues. I'm just finding it now. Let me just get this up on the screen for you. I don't know where Los Alamos is. I'm guessing it's down by Arizona way. I don't know. Anyone know? So search continues. This was on the 19th of May last year. Search continues for this missing person. We'll get into what he did in a minute. I'll have a look at again. I only started touching on this guy. He was going to be my next one, but let's just do it now. Then we can move on to the next one after for my next one. Our officers actively follow every lead, review evidence, and coordinate with multiple agencies and local businesses to find Mr. Chavez. We understand concern, urgency surrounding the case. Officers have conducted thorough searches of known residences, hiked local trails, distributed flyers to businesses, reviewed hours of surveillance footage, and diligently followed up on every tip received. We remain fully committed. So they can't find him. They can't find him. He's vanished into thin air. And now when we start to go through this, I thought it might be New Mexico. Again, isn't that all that area where Area 51 is? Do you know what? People are saying these people are getting bumped off, but I don't know anymore. Now, are these people actually like being taken? And I know this sounds a bit bonkers, but I don't know. You don't know, do you? Whether, aliens and shit. And I know this sounds bonkers, but honestly, at this point, literally nothing would surprise me. So we've got a post here from April just to show this guy has not been found. Last seen 4th of May leaving his house. Missing person, there he is. Praying he's found very soon. Someone caught the whole thing. Police scene report. What's this? They've got rid of it. Look at this, guys. Somebody has put here, somebody caught the whole thing, and they've linked this thing, and it's gone. The page has gone. Look. And you click on it, and the page has been taken down. This is all insane. Yeah, Area 51. Can somebody have a look and see how close this is supposed to be to Area 51, please? Because I know that we don't know exactly where it is, but we've got an idea where this place is, don't we? So this is, guys, this is live research. I used to love doing these where I just looked whilst we were live. I need to know more about him. What job did he do? What did he work on? What clearances did he have? Right. Let's see if we can get any videos up. Now, they're trying to push the narrative in the US mainstream media that this is like the Russians or some sort of like other, other government getting involved. Russia or China or even Iran. They really are pushing this now. Now, I truly don't believe for 1 second that it's got anything to do with that. I don't know about you guys there, but they're always going to push this nonsense, aren't they? I'm just going to try and get some more information. I want to know what he did. I'm just on Reddit. Hold on a sec. When you find now that this isn't the only one that's gone missing, they all disappeared. Right, let's have a quick look through Reddit, shall we? Let's have a little nosy through. Because you guys know as much as me now. Right, so I'm on Reddit now. From the newspaper clipping, Mr. Chavez seems to be a HVAC tech whose prior employment, heating and plumbing. No, he's not. No, he's not. 1,000,000% he's not. We know this. We need concrete evidence linking these individuals beyond their workplaces or projects. This is what they're talking about on here. I did read a book on Area 52. It talks about a guy whose entire family thought he was a TV repairman. He would say, I fixed 32-inch TV today. Completely false. What the hell? This is really bizarre. Let me get some more information on where he worked. What is the common denominator? They all worked on these secret projects by the looks of it. Right. He was a technician at the Los Alamos National Laboratory. So let's have a look at that. Let's find out exactly what he was doing. National Laboratory. Right. Let's see, shall we? So I don't think he worked for NASA. Right. We've got something here that's worth looking at. Right, it's a Facebook page. Sorry for the unorganisation on this particular case. This was a day ago. So missing the unsettling silence of Anthony Chavez. As the FBI the FBI are involved now. Congress are involved. In the last few days, Congress are now looking into these missing people. So it says here, the FBI intensifies its multi-agency investigation into the missing scientists phenomenon. The case of Anthony Chavez remains one of the most baffling and overlooked pieces of the puzzle. While the world focuses on high-level aerospace engineers, nuclear physicists, the story of 78-year-old Chavez brings the mystery to a quiet residential street in Los Alamos, New Mexico. On the 8th of May 2025, the retired construction foreman and HVAC technician vanished from his home under circumstances that investigators now call statistically odd. Unlike a typical missing person case involving a senior citizen, no signs of confusion, struggle, or planning. Police entered his home on the 37th Street. They found personal items left behind, wallet, keys, cigarettes. Secure vehicle, his car remained locked in the driveway. Zero digital footprint. His banking activity ceased abruptly on May the 5th. 3 days before he was reported missing. The invisible man factor. Despite the density of doorbell cameras in the Denver Steels neighborhood, not a single frame of footage captured Chavez leaving his property. It goes on. What links a retired foreman to a string of missing defense scientists? Well, Chavez spent years working at Los Alamos National Laboratory. While his role was operational rather than theatrical, his disappearance shares the physical signature of several other cases currently under federal review, the abandonment of essential personal effects, and a total lack of forensic evidence or sightings. Friends described Chavez as a healthy, stable fixture of the community, a man who didn't just walk away from his life. As the House Oversight Committee and the FBI probed the ties between 10 deceased or missing individuals linked to sensitive US research, the question remains, was Anthony Chavez a target, a witness to something he wasn't supposed to see? So we don't know much about what he did. We just know he worked at this laboratory. Now, what did they do at that laboratory is the question. And the fact that he disappeared in the exact same, hello Scully, in the exact same circumstances, I know. This is what I don't understand. It is in the Nevada desert, Nikki. So I'm catching little bits chat on. It is in the Nevada desert, but we need to know what this Los Alamos. Let's have a look what it actually does. Let's get onto the website. So he worked here, but like they say, did he witness something? Was he just working there and he witnessed something, you know? So this is the official website of this place where he worked. Let's have a look at what they did. What's this? Selected as Deputy Laboratory Director for Weapons. What they were working on? Weapons physics, weapons engineering, weapons production, plutonium infrastructure. Oh my God. And he worked here. Yeah, these have got to all be linked. Hello, George. He's playing up. He's trying to get my jelly cats down. Are you being naughty? Are you? He's playing up because he wants my attention. Yeah, so weapons. They were doing weapons. Let's see if there's a what we do here. George. Hang on a sec. My pooch is he wants to play. Explore our science. NASA. This is what they did. They were involved in. No, George is getting all my jelly cats down. Stop it, dude. George, doing that. Getting my bunnies down. Sorry. Look at this, folks. They were involved with NASA. Explore our science in action. NASA's Curiosity rover finds more evidence of ancient lakes on Mars. Now, I don't know if you guys believe in that crap. I don't. But they were linked to NASA. So it is another person who worked there who's gone missing. And no one can tell us exactly what this person did. Looks like they've created an AI agent. What's this pit production? What the hell? Jobs? Let's have a look at what jobs are going there. Be part of something extraordinary. The world's most innovative multidisciplinary research institutions. We're engaged in strategic science on behalf of national security to ensure the safety and reliability of the US nuclear stockpile. Our workforce specialises in a wide range of progressive science, technology and engineering across many exciting fields, including, look at this, folks, space exploration, geophysics, renewable energy, supercomputing, medicine and nanotechnology. Now, look who was working on that. Amy Eskridge, she was working on nanotechnology and renewable energy. Now, this guy, apparently he just worked there. He wasn't a scientist, he just worked there. He was retired. So he'd done his time at work and he was retired. We don't know exactly what he did. Now, some people were saying his family was a TV repairman, but then someone's saying that in a book about Area 51, that there was talk about a family of TV repair people that were just pretending to be TV repair people. You don't need to be a scientist or an engineer to work there. See? So I can see now why they wanted this all linked. This is all linked. How do I get off the jobs page? Hang on. All right, George. I think George wants to go spinning now. So he's already been, but I think he wants to go again. So why are they working with NASA on these little golf buggies that we know aren't really on Mars, but, you know, drive around places? They're working with them. They're working with NASA. So there's another one. Mysteriously disappeared, vanished into thin air. Oh, right. Let's see if there's anything else on him before we go. And then next one, we will be talking about the next one on the list, which I haven't even got to yet because I was only just starting this one. Let's see if there's any videos that we could watch. Got CNN. This guy was not a scientist, though. This is the thing. But what did he know? So we've moved on to number 4, and the guy that this guy wasn't. He just worked at this laboratory, but he wasn't actually a scientist. But he worked at a laboratory that dealt with NASA and weapons and nuclear and stuff. So we just don't know what's going on. We just don't know. Guys, what are you thinking so far? We've covered 4. Let me just see what people are saying in chat. And if you're watching on the replay, we've got the replay crew, let me know. Let me know what you're thinking. What, this doesn't make sense. What do you guys think? Now, the House Oversight Committee are looking into this. Let's just see, we've got a video here. Let's have a look at this.
Sinatra al-Nashar in Washington. Top officials at the White House and Capitol Hill are starting to look into cases of nearly a dozen scientists in the U.S. who have either been found dead or gone missing in the past few years. Many of them have something very specific in common that's raising suspicion. 11 scientists missing, killed, or found dead over a span of less than 4 years, now getting attention from the President of the United States.
I hope it's random, but we're going to know in the next week and a half.
And the top investigative committee in the House of Representatives.
There's a high possibility that something sinister is taking place here.
Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer sending letters Monday to the Pentagon, FBI, NASA, and Department of Energy asking to be briefed on any information they have, saying, if the reports are accurate, these deaths and disappearances may represent a grave threat to U.S. national security and to U.S. personnel with access to scientific secrets. The first case was June 2022 in Huntsville, Alabama, when 34-year-old scientist Amy Eskridge, known for unconventional research on anti-gravity, was found dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
Allegedly.
The most recent case, 45-year-old Novartis scientist Jason Thomas.
Right, I don't want to talk about that because we haven't covered that yet, and you can understand why we need to do it in order. Right, okay, let's listen to this.
National Laboratory, known for its work on nuclear, their current or former staff at Los 3 months after he went missing.
Some of them were very important people.
FOSA, 3 in the Jet Propulsion Lab specifically, and 2 who are missing.
Yeah, so these are the 4. So when we get, obviously, we're going in order. There was 4 from that Jet Propulsion Lab. We've covered Frank and Michael. So as we go down this chronological list that I'm working on, we'll cover these 2 as well. Now, there's 2 from this place. Let's just listen about Anthony Chavez.
Their current or former staff at Los Alamos National Laboratory, known for its work on nuclear weapons. Oversight Committee member Eric Burleson says the most suspicious cases to him are the 5 who seem to have just up and left their homes.
Anthony Chavez in May.
More than that. There's more than that missing now. We've got more. We have more. Let's have a listen about Anthony Chavez.
Walked out of his home. He was working for he was retired from Los Alamos and had some of our nation's top security secrets.
7 weeks later.
Did you hear that? Anthony Chavez had some of the nation's most the top security secrets. This Anthony Chavez, no one knows what he did or what he did there. We know he wasn't a scientist but we just know he worked there. What was he doing? And he was retired, he was healthy, and he just vanished. Thank you. Vanished, car locked in the driveway, keys, even his cigarettes were left. Now, how many smokers do you know that leave the house without their cigarettes? And his banking was all stopped from the 5th of May, 3 days prior. No banking, nothing. It doesn't make any sense. So, yeah, let's have a little. I just don't want to cover any other cases yet. I just want to. The next one we're going to be doing. Find out. Well, I'm going out tomorrow because I totally forgot, but I'm going out tomorrow. So I don't know if I'll be on tomorrow night. I'll see. If I'm not on tomorrow night, it will be Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, I think I'm free all weekend. I think. Probably won't be on tomorrow night, but I'll try. I'll speak to Sparkle and see what we can do. But the next one after this is another missing case. And that is another mind-blowing one. I haven't researched her yet, but we will. So let's just listen to this. So listen to this again. He says here he had secrets. This Anthony Chavez guy had secrets. Top secrets.
Walked out of his home. He was working for Los Al. He was retired.
Suspicious cases to him are the 5 who seem to have just up and left their homes.
Anthony Chavez in May walked out of his home. He was working for Los Al. He was retired from Los Alamos and had some of our nation's top security secrets.
7 weeks later,
Melissa Cassius, who worked with Anthony Chavez, also at Los Alamos, she mysteriously walked out of her home. In August, just about a couple of months later, you have Stephen Garcia, who was working on nuclear.
Yeah, we're going to get to them. We're not going to talk about them now. Right, I've been going just over an hour, so we're going to stop this now. I think the list is 12, as far as I'm aware. Oh, it's bank holiday, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, it's May Day, isn't it? Who's going to go Morris dancing then? Who's going to go around the poles? Right, let's have a look. It's 12, isn't it, Sparkle? Yeah. Right. Let's have a quick look through the chat. I think he knew a lot as well. I think there's one who's into UFO that's gone missing. Yeah, there's loads more. Like I said before, there's a lot. Yeah, they're trying to blame the Russians for the Rent Boys. The Rent Boy stuff will be on the other channel. I want to keep... Hello, Crown, Jules Music, NASA in Hebrew. What's NASA in Hebrew? To me, NASA is not a space agency because they're just... Yeah. Sounds almost like... Exactly. Where are they? And again, I'm not joking, yeah? How do we know that they haven't been abducted by... other worldly beings, should we say? Thank you so much, darling. I'll message you after. I didn't plan on covering Anthony tonight. Like I say, that was a backup plan. I was like, right, okay, because what I do when I'm covering topics, I'll get a little bit of information on the following one ready. So we've covered him now. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 5th on my list will be either tomorrow or Saturday. And that is another one that vanished. No body. Yeah. Is it a case of these people knew what was... It's a bit funny that Obama was talking about this and then Trump was talking about this. Were they going to actually expose stuff? Because I've heard again just 2 days ago that they're on about putting it all out. All of it out. Yeah, if you guys are finding this interesting, I'll continue. If you guys find this boring, we won't, and we'll move on to a different topic. But I find this extremely intriguing, especially with there's so many similarities, which we will see. I think when we get to the end of all the 12, we'll be able to put more of a pattern together. But I think the way we're doing it is the right way, that we're doing each individual, separately, not just a big group in one. Right then, guys, thank you very, very much. So again, I'll be there either tomorrow or Saturday. I'll see what time I get home tomorrow, and I'll probably be really tired. I will see you all soon, very, very soon. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to put some shorts out as well, just little snippets, I think. Just trying to link everything up to get people who watch the shorts to jump over to the live streams, because it'd be good if we could get more people in. It's always good to get new people in who watch the shorts but don't come into the lives. Good night. God bless. Please hit the like. Thank you for the super duper chats. Thank you so much to Sparkle Soul for everything that she does. She's amazing. Thank you to our lovely members. Thank you to everyone who's watched and all our regulars and any new people that have come in. I appreciate you all. I hope you have a good time in the live streams, and I will see you all very, very soon. Watch this space tomorrow or Saturday. Good night, guys. God bless. Bye.